Hello, I am Lord Kingsley Ross McClaren and I've been keeping it street since 2014 and 3/4. This is Board Deck and Dice and today we are looking at Fuse. Fuse is a 1 to 5 player cooperative dice game about defusing bombs. The way you do that is by rolling dice. In a solo game you roll 3 dice. The dice are simply of 5 different colours: red, yellow, green, black and blue, and then they have 1 6 on them. In a 2-player game you'll roll 4 dice, and in every other type of game you roll the amount of dice that there are people. So let's say we've got a 4-player game here. Everyone will have 2 cards in front of them. There will be a general supply here and there will be a draw deck here, which will be of varying sizes depending on the difficulty that you play at. On your go you roll dice. Everyone must take 1 dice and 1 dice only, and you put them on one of your cards depending on what the cards are. So let's talk to you about the cards. This one is a 4 difficulty, but you can put cards of any number, but this dice of any number. This one must be blue and this one must be red. So out of this lot, the only one I could play there is red 3, and then I would be forced to get a blue 3 to equal 6, because 3 add 3 is 6. Then all these dice will have to be used by everyone else, 1 dice each. That is different to the solo game and the 2-player game. In the 2-player game each person can use 2 dice, and in the solo game you'll have 4 cards in front of you and you can use all of 3 of the dice. And in both solo and 2-player you can use multiple dice on the same card. That is something I've checked out on the Board Game Geek forums. So, other people would use these dice or not. Any dice that can't be used must be re-rolled again, and then you will lose, each of you, 1 dice of the colour or the number of that dice. So in this case, unfortunately for me, I would lose my 3 because it's a 3. Someone else might lose a black dice. They all go back in the bag goes to the next person rolls. This is a simple sum card. This is a tower, but thankfully it's a wild tower, so I can take any dice. A tower works like this, and dice that are underneath or stacked on top of can't be taken away in that kind of punishment phase. You have a pyramid here, requires 2 black ones on the bottom. I know they're not black, but this is just an example. So that's how that would look. This is a simple, there's your numbers card. Another tower. This one must not be equal to, so whatever colour that dice is must not be equal to the colour of that dice, which must not be equal to the colour of that dice, which must not be equal to the colour of that dice, and so on. This one, the colour must be equal, and there the number must be equal. Once you get used to the symbology, it really works. That is the hardest thing that my friends have had to pick up on, is the symbology, getting used to what it means. When you diffuse a card, so let's say I've done that one, those go back in the bag. This card comes to the side to a scoring pile. I draw another one from here, and because I'm a wimp I'm going to take the 1 difficulty, and then I would draw from the top of the draw deck. What may come out is either another bomb card, or, and I'll just show you this one, this can be 2 of any colour or a red 1, a green 1 or a blue 1, 3 of any colour or 6 of any colour. Or what might come out is one of these cards here, and these are basically like when you can't use dice. If that comes out to there, everyone who's got a blue must lose a blue. Everyone who's got a 1 must lose a 1, and then that goes to the scoring pile. There's 6 of those in each deck that you will shuffle in, and they will be randomly done. They're a pain sometimes, but it's good to get them out of the way because it thins the deck quite a lot. And that's basically it. Oh, did I mention this is a timed game? You only have 10 minutes to do it. And what you're aiming to do is not clear every bomb, but clear everything from the middle. Once everything's gone from the middle, which I didn't see in the rules for a long time, so I've actually succeeded at this game more than I thought I had. My fault, not the publishers. Once everything's gone from the middle, you've won the game and the bombs in front of you are counted as duds. There are various ways to make the game harder, including starting with more bombs in your deck, and then there are also these 6, and they're all 6s, there's no 5s, 6 difficulty cards. This one has 2 towers, this one has a 3-storey pyramid, and they are extra difficult cards. Mine are in pristine condition because I've been too much of a wuss to use them. So that is Fuse. Intimidation factor, mid on this one because of the symbology. You know, when you get out and you look at all the symbologies, you kind of have to work them all out, and with the added pressure of the 10 minutes, sometimes people don't pick them up as quickly as you'd like, and you have to then not only look at your bombs but look at everyone else's. The rulebook is fine. It did take a couple of reads throughs, not as good as some, but certainly everything that I wanted was in there, apart from that clarification on 1 and 2 player games about being able to play multiple dice on a card. I guess they felt they didn't have to say it, but because it kind of really heavily indicates that on bigger games you can only use 1 dice and therefore you can only use it on 1 card, I assumed that you could only use 1 dice a card, just like you were playing a bigger game. So I think that could do with being in there if they did a reprint. But rules, yeah, fine. People love to play it. It's one that always goes down well. You know you've only got 10 minutes, so it's one that's not going to drag on or anything like that. I've played it on casual nights where we've just had people over, and as part of game nights. People enjoy it. Hard at 5 people, and that's mainly because if your team don't work as a team, they're just grabbing dice, and then the only one that you could use is gone, and they could have used multiple ones, and then you have to re-roll and lose all your dice, or potentially lose all your dice. But a great game, a lot of fun. I would recommend getting the app. It really adds to the experience. That is Fuse. I have been Lord, let me see if I can remember this now. I've been ill after the UK Expo. Lord, come on. He knows it. Presswick? No. No. I can't remember. Lord. Shall I just keep the video going like this? Board, deck and dice. Thanks for watching. Lord. Lord. I've been streaked since 2014 and 3/4. Ross McClaren, I remember that bit. That might be wrong as well. I'm not recording it. I'm not re-recording it, as it were. I've got to go pick my son up. So, yeah.